All right, so it's recording, and I'll send you a copy of it when I'm done and when I'm finished uploading. So how's everything going with you, my love? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Everything's going good. It's just I have quite a few questions, and I was trying to send you some more money to extend the session. But I know it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Are you going to record this, you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna record it. I mean, we can try to get as much done within the session that we have. I normally don't, rush my clients, but I do have appointments after you. However, like I always do to everyone that I have in my with my time. I always take my time. I always try to give you the best. So, but don't worry about the time. Just allow us to get as much information, that you do need, within the time that we do have. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I do know that previously you've asked previously we had the session where I, recommended that you um honor certain entities or deities or whatnot, mainly Elegba and Oshun. And because we were supposed to get up so much, I was writing so much information down for you, but I still have it. That's that's the great thing. I still have the information that you want, to help you, to assist you on your journey. um but I wrote this like so long time. I wrote this so long ago. It was like, oh my God, when am I ever gonna speak with you? So I'm very delighted today to finally be able to, to write down certain notes that I have for you, so that you can, you can do your self work. So, how do you wanna do this? Would you like me to give you this information first, or do you have questions that, you wanna ask, or how you wanna do this?
You can give me that information first, but
Okay.
I mainly questions about this for this reason. It was a few questions about my son, and maybe two of them pertaining to my ex-boyfriend. Something I really wanted to know. I've been meaning to ask you the last two readings, but it didn't. It wouldn't come in my memory. I try to write down my questions before we have the reading,
Right.
so that we won't consume as much time.
Right.
But whatever information you want to give me, that would be wonderful.
Okay, so let me go into my notes here. Um, take this out the. Okay, so dealing with Elegua, right? Papa Legba, Elegua, whatnot. Um, the day of the week for him is Monday, and the third day of each month. So every Monday, um, when you honor Elegua, you should always do it on a Monday. All right. Rather, it is, cleansing his altar, putting up candles for him, giving food for him, doing any type of ritualistic work should be on rather a Monday or any third day of each month. Okay. Um, his colors and collars are red and black. So again, red candle, black candle. His collar is made up of 3 red beads followed by 3 black beads. So anytime, even if you yourself, and I would, this is what I would say, even if you yourself want to make like beads in his honor or beads for protection, you can follow it or prepare it by purchasing three red beads and black beads, and the his collar is made up of three red beads followed by three black beads. So that's the sequence of how you will make like a rather a bracelet or something or anything in his honor. You can even put these beads, I mean prepare these beads and then put it on his altar. You know, that will be well received. Um Three, the sequence, sacrificial animals that you can sacrifice in his name, rather small goats, roosters, rare ox, monkeys, sheeps, bulls, um, chickens. Chickens is not really offered for Papa Legba, but if you can get like a goat, you know, which that's accessible for us here in the United States, a goat is good for him. Um, Elegua is a glutton and will bother and torment the participant at the ceremony until he has his fill of blood. So therefore, when you do like do these offerings, when you do, you know, give these offerings, make sure that, you know, the blood is being spilled. And I feel like the blood more so is like a form of communication, is like a bond between the two of you, or the bond between, you know, who's doing these offerings in a sense. Like I said, I'm just gonna run down this information. This is something that you don't necessarily have to do, but these are things that he likes, you know. Um, so the foods that he likes smoked fish, and he likes smoked fish. He loves yams. His favorite fruit is the sugar cane. Everything should be well spiced with carajo butter, and he loves to drink argentiente, which I wrote down, and he favors standing water. So any standing water, I guess like a puddle, you know, or anything that's still, you can give your offerings, or you can, you know, give sacrifice in any way, in that, you know, in any area where there's standing water. You can also again prepare foods, such as the smoked fish and the yams, but always, 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 always make it spicy. You know, he loves spicy food. So what I always recommend for my clients when they want to give food to Papa Legua or Legba, I always say, okay, well, do the spicy food, the yams or the smoked fish or whatnot, and you know, cook it in some palm oil or whatnot, you know, and some, I guess, spices, you know, red spices, and then put it by like the crossroad, put it by like the standing water, put it by a highway, put it where anywhere that there's a form of communication, because this is your whole purpose of doing these rituals for him. Your purpose of doing this ritual for him is to open up the doors, you know, for yourself, for, you know, whatever, if it's for money, it's for love, it's for financial issues, if it's for a new job, it's just, if it's basically for any new opportunities, you want to, you know, give this sacrifice or this offering where there is like an open road. You following me?
Yeah, so I don't have to do all of them in one, just like pick one. If I want to give him the goat sacrifice, I
Right.
will take it to a cross, and should I pray to him or do his invocation as well at the crossroads?
You sure enough do. You sure enough do. That's exactly what you
Like,
should. Yeah, that's exactly, because you're speaking to him, because you can't just, you know, you can't just um do sacrifices, or you can't just do any type of ritual and just not, you know, and don't say a name. You have, who is this for? Who is this ritual for? Who is this sacrifice for? So you have to address whoever you are giving these offerings to. So that's why you should say his name. Now, his herbs, the favorite herbs that he likes, which you can also give offerings to, which I feel like they are um less expensive. You can buy foxtail, nettle, mary root, crowfoot, nettle's tongue, white pine nuts, jack beans, nightshade, black eyed peas, pigeon peas, cornstarch, chili peppers, corn silk, avocado leaves, coconut husk, coffee. He likes coffee as well. Dried rose petals, senna, which is very good for the digestive system as well. To cleanse out any impurities and things of that nature is also well. And mint, along with a lot of other things. But those are mostly what I, come to find what is true. So you can even say that again.
What kind of coffee is this like?
Well, you can do black coffee, any type of like a spicy coffee, like what is it like? Not a like a chai, a tazo chai kind of thing. Um, Coffee, black coffee or whatnot. Um, No milk. I wouldn't recommend that you put milk because milk is not one of his favorite things. But if you, like I said, say for example, you want to buy some nettle or you want to buy, some cornstarch or avocado leaves, what you would do is you would go at his sacred sites and then you would just, leave it on a crossroad or leave it wherever, wherever it is where you can find, you have to make it convenient for you because there's many different places that you can do these offerings. So don't kill yourself and say, "Oh, I gotta go to a crossroad. Oh, I gotta go to a highway. Oh, I gotta." There's different, places that you can go to give these offerings. You following me? And again, this session is recorded, so you can always go back and listen to it again. Elegua is never without his garabato, the shepherd's hook, okay, with which he meets and punish people. So you have to understand that when you are dealing with this particular deity or whatnot, he will give you protection. He will, whatever it is that you ask for, and be specific with what you ask for. Know that he means serious business. Rather it's for protection, rather it is to open up the doors for you. Whatever it is, and I always say you can use these orishas or whatnot for different purposes. But to get the best out of these orishas, you should, invoke them for what they're known for. So with Papa Legua, he is known for protection and he is known as the communicator from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. So if you, are looking to communicate with any of the other entities or deities or whatnot, or even with the having connection with the spirit, you want to invoke him to open up the doors for you so you can have that proper flow going. He protects temples, cities, and houses. He does this by residing in a helmet shaded construction made out of stone or cement with cowrie shells for his eyes. The small statue is placed next to an entranceway, and that's another way. That's another thing. Even with your house, even with your place, you can give offerings right there by your door. You see, even like putting a cup of tea out. Rather it's nettle or like I said, the coffee or the corn silk or the many root, the crow's foot, the foxtail. You can even do that. Put some tea out for him right there, at the entrance of your door. Because what is that? That's a pathway. That's a way, to when people go in and out. That's a form of a communication. Or opening the doors or your journey, as I would say. Okay, so and this is the last important thing that I wrote about him. Since he's playful as a child, he has a childlike spirit. Tops, marbles, and kites hold a special fascination for him. So even if you can't find the other things, such as the spicy food, such as the the herbs or the other things that I recommended. He also has a childlike spirit, so you can even buy those little tops, the top toys,
Chop soy?
top toys.
I think so. The spinning top?
The spinning top. There you go. Yes.
Okay.
So he likes that. He likes the spinning tops. He likes marbles. He likes kites. He has a childlike spirit as well. So you can and that holds a very dear thing to his heart. So you can even set your altar up with these particular items on your altar, and that will also be well received. And he is like, I always say that Papa Legua is like, he is like the magician, like the abracadabra. So again, once you ask him for specific things, be mindful that it will come. You have to be consistent with giving him offerings. You have to have faith that these things will happen, because guess what? If you don't have any faith in him or whatnot, or in any of the things that you do, then you cause confusion within the whole situation that you're trying to manifest. So have faith, walk in the spirit of, I know that all things will happen, and it will go well. And as I told you before, I have worked with Papa Legua, Oshun. I have worked with these different orishas to help me with my own business. And rather, they were the ones to do it or not, which I truly believe they did have some part into my success. But I find that I have became very successful when I, basically had this state of consciousness where I have faith. I have faith that I will rise. I have faith that I will be successful. I have faith that my business will continue to be steady flow. And then what do I do as a result? Also, what do I do? I just give offerings to the spirit realm. So listen, open the doors for me. Especially Elegua. Open the doors for me. Make sure that the communication that I have with the spirit realm and my clients are well received, because as you know, I channel. So it's only but right that I communicate with Legua, so that, listen, he's like the portal. Make sure that the messages that I'm receiving, is being well received. Although my gift is within, but I also acknowledge the spirit realm. You following me? Okay. So now we dealing with Oshun, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Oshun is basically known as the Lady of Charity. She is like Cuban's patron saint. She's like the saint, in Cuba. Like everywhere you go, which I've looked this up myself. But you have to understand and understand, occult symbols, and and you have to know what to look for. But Oshun is heavy in Cuba. Okay. Um, Day of the week, some people say Friday, most people say Saturday. I mostly resonate with Fridays. But again, it's all on what your spirit tells you. You also have to follow your spirit as well. Um, Friday and Saturday too. It's the day that lovers must act. And the day, because everybody get together on Fridays. Everybody get together on the weekends, and it's mostly rather you going on a date. Is rather you're doing family, of having family affairs. Is anything dealing with love, bonding, attraction, and it's all positive vibe mostly on the weekends. Do you agree with that or what?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like Friday has like a magical day to it.
Right.
To it.
Right. So so that's why I always I always recommend Friday for the day of Oshun. Now, if you want to, and I'm gonna do it the same way that I did Elegua, if you want to sacrifice, animals or do any type of sacrificial animals for her, she likes the female goat, white chickens, sheep, female calf. As we know, calf is like the baby, so she likes small, small animals in that way. Surprisingly enough, the female pig, all right, the female rabbit, um, and her fruit is the lucama, and it's a very very sweet fruit. So anytime you're dealing with Oshun, you dealing with anything that is very sweet, okay? Like you have to like rather is sweet oranges is another thing that she likes. Drizzle, drizzle with some honey on it with some cinnamon. However, but before giving, before drizzling this honey, you have to always taste the honey, because it is known that she was during, as someone was trying to give her a sacrifice or give her offerings, they also tried to poison her. So any type of honey, is mainly honey because that's her favorite thing. Any type of honey that is not, that you did not taste for yourself first, it's questionable. She's gonna question it like, oh, like why she didn't taste the honey, or who is this person asking me for my guidance or my blessings without even tasting this honey? What is this, a trick? It's just like it's just like with us when we're skeptical about eating at other people's house or eating at, certain restaurants. It's like, wait, hold up, no, I'm not feeling this. um so she drinks chamomile tea. So if you want to set up an altar for her, you can put some chamomile tea on there. The water for the tea, and all water used in ceremony for Oshun should be the river water. I don't know how you're gonna get that, but there is ways to get river water. Rather, I say beach water. That's the closest to river water, beach water. I would say that you go to the beach, get you some water, or go anywhere where there's flowing, anything of flowing of water, anything cleansing. Like when you, like, say for example, you will go to like a place where, say for example, like a beach, and you just feel so relaxed, and you just feel so like much in peace and at ease. I feel like that particular water is something that will be beneficial for you to give as an offering to Mama Oshun. Okay. um, so what I would do is I would get the beach water, boil it in a sense, and then pour it over some chamomile tea or chamomile herbs and give it as an offering. That's one thing that you can do. Or you can do it separate, or you can, put the chamomile tea on the side, and then have just the water sitting, on her altar, and then you just speaking the things that you want, because as we know, Oshun is the goddess of beauty, luxurious things, abundance, etc., etc. So speak it into the vibrational vortex of the water. It's like messages that will be delivered. It's like the water is the tool for her to hear what you're saying. um so let me see. Yeah, all offerings to Oshun must be extremely clean and well prepared. She will not enter a dirty house. So that's one thing, because she's like this fascinating, glorious diva, that is like, look at this place. Like, oh no, they want me to come here. Oh no. Mm-mm. So make sure that her altar, I will set up her altar, but the spirit, I mean, I will show you in the near future the way I set up her altar here, but right now the spirit is not moving me to show it on camera. So I'm not gonna do it. However, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just want to make
Yep.
sure you're there. Well, her herbs, the herbs that she likes, she like roses, rose, or sunflowers. She likes what I have here. She has Marada. She has female ferns, creeping crowfoot, oranges and oranges leaves, papaya, amber, anise seeds, and flower. She likes peppergrass. She loves marigold, soul thistle, river weeds, seaweeds, vervain, rosemary, and wild lettuce. Okay. Her ornaments, copper is Oshun's metal, and she is sometimes represented by a guard crowned by pennies. So pennies is also something that you can offer her. She also loves gold, and her chief ornament consists of a golden crown with 5 points. From the points hang 5 rays. Okay, this is very important because 5 is her number. Um, Hang 5 rays, 5 spears, or 5 arrows. Oshun also owns 2 oars, a bell, and 5 bracelets. She loves fans made out of peacock feathers. That's like that whole glamour thing about her, So if you could even, go to like a arts and crafts, go to like a arts and crafts store, you can even create this on your own. And as an Orisha priest once told me, he said the more you put your energy into creating things for these Orishas, the better it is well accepted. So, get creative, invest in like $20, $30 or whatnot, and go to like an arts and crafts store and get you some bells, get you some peacock feathers, some metals, and then like, tape like the peacock feathers onto these metals, and just get creative and give these offerings, and which can be put onto her altar. Okay. And that's about it with her. So in terms of what she would wants on her altar is just a lot of fancy things. I already went through the herbs that she likes, the animals, the sacrificial animals that will be well received. And again, Oshun is the goddess of beauty. She's the goddess of prosperity. She's the goddess of luxurious things. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: I use Oshun for many different reasons. But the top 2 reasons, I'm gonna tell you the truth. The top 2 reasons that I use Oshun for is for attraction and monetary purposes, for money. Because she will attract, and again, it's all about the laws of attraction. But she will attract what it is that you ask her for. And she, by all means, if you give to her, she will really give back to you. So if you giving her offerings like five, you can even give her 5 pennies, which will be good. 5 pennies will be good. So if you giving her that 5 pennies, believe it, she will flip that for you, with good intentions, and give you more of a financial reward. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So what are your questions pertaining to your son here? Um my love, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
What are your questions? Yeah. What are your questions? Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Well, shoot. Well, we almost up with the hour now.
Yeah, we're almost up for half an hour, but I can take two questions for you. Don't even, don't worry about it. We are at a half an hour, but I do know that you had some, some concerns.
So,
Yeah.
should I? Well, I had a lot of questions. So what I'm saying, should we also schedule for? Should we schedule another time as well to get these questions? And two, I'll ask maybe a few, but
Yeah,
maybe
then
2 or 3.
yeah, ask a few because because if I didn't have any clients after you, then it would be all good, because
Okay.
my main goal is to help, help people on their journey, So, you can ask, two, about, one or two of your main questions. But because I do
Okay.
have other clients, I can't take all of it.
Okay. Well, I probably then should do it tomorrow.
Mhm.
This year, how much did I pay for this one? Do you remember?
I believe you paid for a half an hour session. You did. I believe you
That's the
paid.
$30.
Right, correct. You paid for a half an hour session.
So I probably should pay for another one for tomorrow. Are you gonna be available tomorrow too?
Tomorrow is Tuesday. I can always squeeze you in somewhere. Yes, I can definitely squeeze you in. Perhaps tomorrow, Tuesday, around 1 o'clock, or early afternoon. I would just have to see who's scheduled, and I will confirm that with you.
Okay, well I'll pay for another one. Well, I want to know my son. We having just a few problems with him. I don't want him to grow up, disrespectful. I want to raise him right, and so he's having trouble learning. He's having trouble comprehending things. He's having trouble with memory. Memorize. I'm like, what did I tell you? He said his words, like, you said something completely different. I'm like, no, what did I say? And it's like he's having problems learning, understanding, comprehension. I have comprehension problems too. So I know he gets it from me. But I give him work to do off the computer. I print out and give him activities. He's getting a little bit better, but I'm worried, am I planting the seeds of hate in him? Because I feel that he's somewhat losing a little bit of respect for his parents. I mean, he's really a sweet baby, but he's only 7. And I want to maintain that respect that he had. I don't want it to leave. So, I want to know, is there something I'm doing wrong? Or is there something I could do to change it? What can I do respect-wise? And what can I do to improve his learning and behavior? Because his comprehension is bad, his learning is bad. It's just getting better, but very slowly, very slowly.
Okay. I would definitely recommend that you not only give him that extra attention that you have been giving him, but I also think that you should look into getting him some Banju from Dr. Sabi's site and Nervino, because we are both you got to approach this holistically. If you talk about the brain, you're speaking about the central nervous system, and you're also speaking about the nerves. Because everything is within alignment with one another. So you want to tune up, you want to tune up his functions. So the only way to tune up his functions is to feed his brain cells. You have to feed the brain cells in order for the brain cells to be sharp. So, okay, you're doing the literature part, but how about the diet part? How about the health part? So, in any event, and I know that you said at one time you was approaching this vegetarian diet, and this is the kind of diet that you desire for him to have. However, are you feeding him herbs, things that are specifically for people that have like autism, learning disabilities, not being able to comprehend right? Are you giving him these type of herbs? And if not, this is what you should
No.
do. Okay, so then that's one thing that you can do. Okay, another thing, as I listen to you speak, another thing that I listen to you speak, and you said, because I'm worried and I don't want him to be this, and I don't know, and that don't know, and and worry and being stressed. Again, the universe only responds to your internal vortex. The universe only responds to the don'ts and the no's and the stress. So try to, I guess, eliminate, or try to not focus on the don'ts, and focus on what you do have. You do have someone, your son, that is trying. He is trying. He will get better, as you said, little by little. It's a process. It's a process. Some people can't even master themselves. That's a learning disability to me. You can't even master yourself. So it's not to, he may not be, learning as fast as you may want him to learn, but he is learning to the ability that he can learn, with the help of you, with the help of herbs, with the help of proper nutrition. You see, it's just you are his parent. He chose you to be his mother. So take that responsibility and assist him. And it's a journey, and it's going to get frustrated, but it's all worth it, because that's your son. It's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all worth it.
I know. I wasn't for certain whether or not you can give children herbs. I don't know what herb deals with ADD and comprehension.
Oh,
so I was trying to figure out, and then I didn't. If it was even safe to give children herbs. I know we adults can take it. That was my concern.
Well, let me tell you something. It's safe to give children drugs. According to the FDA, according to schools, according to, United States of America, according to the pharmaceutical companies, it's okay for them to give the children drugs, but it's not okay to give them herbs. I don't know about that, That doesn't add up to me. No, you can definitely give your child herbs at any time.
I'm not an herbologist,
right.
And I don't have knowledge about herbs. That's what I was asking.
Right.
So that the government, the state government, the government wants you on their drugs and all that stuff.
Right.
I was just saying I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any prior knowledge whether or not you can give the babies herbs. If you can, then I'll start doing some research. Safe herbs to give them.
Well,
that can address his
I'll help you out. Well, I'll help you out. I perhaps as soon as I get off this phone, because again, like I said, I have other clients. So as soon as I get off this phone, I'm gonna go get the link and I'm gonna send it to you so that you can have it and you can read, certain things or whatnot. I know exactly where to go. It's Dr. Sabi's website. But I'll give it to you just to help you out, in any event, because I do know that this is something concerning you. And I do feel that to the extent that you have a positive outlook on it and not have concerns on it, and allow the universe to work on it, then, all will go well. How old is your son, actually?
He's 7.
Oh. He's 7 years old. That's the Christ. That's the Christ number. Yeah, he's fairly young. That this can be reversed. Definitely. Give him, be consistent, giving him them herbs, working, changing, shifting his DNA, shifting his genetic makeup, shifting it to the better, making him sharp, you're gonna change it. You can reverse it. You can reverse anything. He's fairly young. He can eat, he can sleep, he can wake up, he can get dressed. Those coordinations is there, but it's the learning comprehension, and it's okay. It happens.
Will it relax him, or the herbs to relax him and make him focus?
That's what those herbs are for, to relax and to
they're on Dr. Sabi's website. Okay, well, I haven't taken any of Dr. Sabi's products. I would like to take some. I know he's got a lot of stuff on there. Just ain't had the fun. Send me that information. That'd be fine. Shoot. Oh, well, all right. Just let me see which one I want to ask. By my ex-boyfriend. His name is Bingo Keith. I was wondering if you could contact him and ask him how, I could contact him. You have a specific way. I don't know what his food is. I don't have communication with his mama. Because I would like to ask him some personal questions. Like, why was he the way he was when he was together? He was, he know what we had. And, he was very, very mysterious. And he knows, how I felt. And it was just so puzzling to me. I feel like if I get some closure, I can get this out test as well. So.
Well, and he hears you, because as you.
He what?
He hears you. And in any event, when my clients ask me, well, how can I do this, or how can I get in contact with this person, that person, I always say go within. I always say, through deep meditation, through understanding and, how can you say it, trusting in that voice that speaks to you, trusting that you are communicating with the spirit realm. It's all about trusting yourself. It's all about trusting that God particle in you. But it takes time. This is not like tonight you're gonna meditate, tonight you're gonna communicate with him. No. There's a lot, especially if you haven't embraced this psychicness about you from childhood. It takes a lot to, unravel what you already know and unravel the junk, only to get closer to that source energy inside of you. But going forward, did he used to rock an afro, or like he has thick hair?
No. His short, like Nelly, the rapper. He had a little bump on his head, bumps in the back of his head. His name was Bingo Eugene Key.
Okay, in his when he was a child, or when he was a teenager, have you ever seen pictures of him in that way?
No, I met him in college.
You met him in college, okay. So you don't know if he ever had this thick hair, or because the way I'm seeing him, this guy here is it looks like in his younger days. And that's why I'm asking you, if you knew him in that way. I'm seeing him in his younger days. Did he have like a stroke or cancer? What did he die from? Diabetes or what?
I thought some type of car accident.
Then this is not the one who's coming through then. Somebody else is coming through. That perhaps he's not coming through to me then. But someone else is coming through to me. Who's black, a black man. He had like an afro. He died from dietary illnesses. And he's coming to you, and he has like this sorry added, like saying sorry, for the things that he has done. Now, what this explains to me is that perhaps, because we live in parallel universes or dimensions, this is a relationship that you might have had with somebody else that made the transition, that is now coming forth and saying sorry to you. Not somebody that you know in this physical realm, because when you go to sleep, what does the spirit do? The spirit travels, regardless to if you know it or not. But our spirit, um, we live in different dimensions. That's why we're not just physical being. We're soul beings. Um, so this particular guy, and I'm telling you, he feels like a father though. He feels a little. He feels like a grown, like a older man, a grown man. What's happening? The show, what's happening?
Yeah.
You see the father.
John Amos. Oh. Yeah.
You know how he looks, right? Say that again.
The father on what's happening.
Right. He's like brown skin. He has like a fro. Anyways, nonetheless, this is the spirit that's coming through now. And just saying sorry for the things that he has done, or sorry for what, I'm sorry for not being there for you. I'm sorry that you have to go through different things that you have to go through in your life. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for that. So it's one or two things. This particular person perhaps was someone that you was dating, or this might have been your father from another lifetime or another generation, or in your past life. And as a result, he's always going to be like your protector, but he feels as if he wasn't the father figure, or he wasn't the person that you wanted him to be, but he always loved you. So your boyfriend there within this session is not coming through, but who is coming through is this other entity or other spirit that is just asking for your forgiveness. And I feel like, he made the transition due to like something with his heart or his blood, or something within a dietary illness. Mhm. Is your father still here?
My daddy?
Yeah.
No, my daddy died. He died of a stroke. Oh, you probably talking about my daddy.
Yeah.
My daddy is.
Yeah.
He didn't have a stroke. My dad, no, he just died of old age. I mean, he had a stroke, which paralyzed him and made him bedridden. But he had angina, heart disease, and diabetes.
You see,
so
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Then that's your father coming through. Then that's your father. Then that's him.
Okay. My father? Is he speaking on behalf of the person I'm trying to communicate with?
He's just coming through. He's not speaking on behalf of nobody else. He's speaking on behalf of himself. And he's just saying that he is sorry that you have to go through the things that you are going through here on this planet, and that he is not here anymore, and that he wished that he had done more for you while he was alive, and he is sorry. Like he has this sorry spirit towards him.
Oh, well, he didn't have to be sorry. My dad did a lot. You said this man, you said he's got like a little afro. Yeah, when my father was younger, like in the 70s, he did have an afro. And you said, what color you say his skin was?
Now how I see him, he's like a brown skin. I'm telling you, he reminds me of the father from What's Happening. He reminds me of him. He reminds me like just that whole, his whole characteristic. His whole attitude, his whole demeanor. That's how he comes through.
Okay. Well, my daddy, he was a good daddy. He was there for his family, so.
You see.
And he loved his family. He took care of everybody, and he was kind of like, I don't want to say a neighborhood dad, but everybody in the family looked up to him as if he was a dad.
Mhm.
Because now he didn't have, and everybody in the family had their daddy around, so.
And that's perhaps why he feels sensitive about the things that's happening to you right now. Because had he been here, probably things would be different. Had he been here, And you should set up an altar for him because he's coming through. Had he for
My
guidance,
dad.
yeah, for guidance,
Okay, set up an
right?
altar to my daddy.
For your dad,
Okay.
yeah, for your father, yeah, because he's coming through. You want to ask him for guidance. You want to ask him for strength because he's here to help you. You know, and that's why you said he was there for you. Um, and that's why now him seeing the things that you're going through, he feels some type of way. Rather it's through relationships, rather it's you yourself going through your own things, wanting to cry at times. Rather it's you, having to deal with your son here. He just feels like he should be there for you, now. So he feels sorry that he's not. And he just saying, listen, I wish I could have did more than what I did, for my, for you or your siblings or whoever. Yeah. So
Okay.
your ex-boyfriend didn't come through, but your father sure enough did, and I think that your father is better than your ex-boyfriend, my opinion.
Okay. I'll set up an altar to him. My ex-boyfriend. I mean, maybe he was something else. I always felt like he was a little too mysterious, and kind of scared. I mean, but I always felt like there was something a little too mysterious about him. So I just wanted to ask him those questions to get some closure, but he ain't come through. Maybe he was a clone. Ain't no telling.
Girl, you ain't lying. You right. Probably.
Because I've been doing research on these fraternities and things like that, and the spirit, believe it or not, I'm not where you are, but I'm having strange feelings. Like things are connecting in ways that I hadn't noticed before. Like I'm understanding. Like I can see how, like the whole fraternities, and I'm reading these movies, and I'm like, oh, I'm able to put it together. I'm like, I see how there's an intruder when you watch the movie, and the guy's always talking about, I hate whores. I hate whores.
Mm.
This is them talking in code word about the black woman.
Right.
So when they say I don't like rejection, therefore I became a severe rejectionist, this is the white people, the Masonic people, talking how they have systematically separated black man from black woman, since the black woman will not accept the marriage proposal of the white man. So what he did was he came up with fraternity, secret societies, homosexuality to remove your black man from you. And I'm looking at a lot of these fraternities, and they keep talking about, I'm a dog. And you look at the founders of these fraternities, the founders, I know you see a black face, but the principles that they stand on and all that type of stuff, all this was basically created by somebody white underground.
Right.
To further separate us. So you see what I'm saying? They acting as a hidden hand and an intruder. You see what I'm saying? All because the black woman, you see what I'm saying? So his war is covert and systematic against the black female. And so I was trying to pull him up, because a lot of these fraternity men at these colleges, I'm noticing how they act towards women, the sisters. And I'm like, what the hell all of this about? And I'm able to see things like, if you're not part of the family, then you outcast. You see what I'm saying? So it's a way to bring us into a group mentality to preserve or to shelter what's really going on. So I'm glad I didn't join a sorority. I'm glad, what I'm saying? So when I was with him, I felt like he was kind of secretive, and it always left that hole in me, trying to figure out what was he. And you now saying he's not coming through.
He's not coming through. I mean, that doesn't mean, that just means that he's not coming through. That doesn't really mean that. That just means that he's not coming through. Not all, spirits choose to come through my vortex. He may feel intimidated by me. Who knows? Or he may just be too far wherever that, or he just wants to cut communications with you. It could be that. And I can't force that. It could be that. It's like, okay, well, why does she want to connect with me? you know, it could be that. It's many different things. I'm not sure. The only person that can really truly figure that out is yourself. You know, because
Okay.
you've been in this situation. All right, my love.
Okay. All right. Well.
I thank
Okay.
you.
Well.
I said, well, I thank you. You know, I thank you for, you know, your time again. I know it was several times that we had to meet, but today was the perfect day.
Okay. Well,
All right.
that's fine. Is there anything you want to give me about job? Never mind. No, never mind. All right. Well, I'll pay for another reading when I can, and we'll schedule. But this has been very exciting, and I'll, like you said, go to Dr. Baby's website and try to get some herbs for my baby.
Right. That's it. Yeah, definitely. All right, my love.
Okay.
So I
thank you so much.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.